It's 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm almost to where I'm going to deliver. I just thought I'd give you a look at what in the daylight hours of what this looks like. And I'm going to try to. I've been to this place before, so I might be able to put the GoPro on my helmet and actually show you this as I untarp it, so you can see how this strap-only load is put together. And I had to use, unfortunately, had to use a lumber tarp because of how tall this is, but the tarp is much wider than my deck is. So even pulling this down through, as you can see, this is worked up a little bit. When I pull the tarp through, it still doesn't pull it tight. Let me show you on the back here. See, I've got it pulled all the way through the deck on both sides, and it's still loose. So I ended up putting a board across it because I wanted to ensure that this aluminum stayed dry. I didn't want, even with all the bungees I have, there's a, since this is a lumber tarp, this has the flap on it that's like 8 feet long, so that's tucked underneath there, and that probably helps keep it dry if I didn't have that board on there. But I decided, you know what, whatever, I'll just put the board on. I don't like the way it looks, but it does the job of keeping it dry. And you can see the I don't know if this is premature road salt or just dirt from the road all over my tarp, but you can see the truck is looking like it's wintertime, because this is what it looks like. It looks like it gets covered with salt spray everywhere, but maybe it's something else, I don't know. Anyway, time to go to work. Again, some more. Alright, it is 6:30. Well, it's 5:30 Central Time, but I'm in Eastern Time now. I have 2 trucks in front of me. They're going to be loading some oriented strand board, I think, from... I'm going to a Lowe's. There's a tarping machine right here, so I'm going to try to capture it on the old GoPro. We shall see. I don't know if the battery's going to be holding out for me, because I used it earlier when I was taking my tarp off my aluminum coil, so we'll see what happens. Alright, so I've got my load strapped, and this is the tarping area. You can see the machine. It's not like it tarps the whole thing for you. It just picks the tarp up off the ground and lays it across the top of your load, so you don't have to get on top of it. But I'll throw the GoPro up and see what I get. Alright, well, this may take a while. Here, I'll try to capture him using the machine, so we'll get multiple angles. But here's what I'm working with. An hour and 27 minutes until I'm out of time to drive anywhere. So, I was talking to the guys that were loading me after I was done. Actually, he started talking to me. He goes, "So, you must be almost out of hours." And I was like, "Yeah, I've got less than 2 to get this thing strapped and tarped. And the closest place I can get to on my GPS is 33 minutes away." But I just told him, "Yeah, I'll be running out of time here." He says, and I go, "You guys don't allow trucks to park here, right?" You know, a question. It's always good to question. And he told me, and this guy looks like he's probably been here a few years. He says, "Yeah, we used to clean up after truckers used to be able to park here, and we'd have to clean up their stuff. And really, the reason they've eliminated trucks from parking on here at this location is because the truck drivers are so messy. They said they used to come out here once a week and clean up trash out behind this way, where the trucks would park, and it'd be like a garbage dump. So see, we do it to, I've pulled into many truck stops where you can see the white bag on the line of the space that you want to park in. And you know and the funny thing is there's like a trash can 15 feet from where you see, you know, I saw this bag, and I'm like, really, are truck drivers that lazy? That lazy? And a bunch of us are. There are some just awfully disgusting truck drivers out there, and that's just the nature of probably any business. There's probably awesome people, clean, try to keep everything clean, and then there's other people that their trucks are probably kind of disgusting inside. I don't know. I'm just assuming, because knowing the nature of people in general, there's all kinds in every kind of job. I mean, from the military to truck driving to office work, because I've worked in an office before while in the military, and there's some, you know, there's always going to be the outliers. Everything's on a bell curve. Statistically speaking, there's going to be those that are on the one end that are type A personalities and want to keep everything clean, and then there's going to be the other guys that, you know, if they could live in a gutter, they'd be happy. So, so all in all, we kind of do this to ourselves. And as you saw, that's pretty much it. The machine. In fact, I don't. Putting the GoPro up at this point is kind of pointless, but that's how it works. See, he strung the tarp across the top and got it in place, and now I'll unhook it, and he'll do a little. I was going to say something inappropriate. He will use his hands to complete the tarping and to line everything up, and then he'll bungee the heck out of it, and then he'll be done, and then it'll be my turn. What would be really cool, since he's got his tarp on his truck, would be for him to pull forward and complete the bungee so I can use the tarp machine. But I don't know if that'll be the case. There are, you know, that's the only place with lights right there, so it'll be difficult outside of the tarping shed here to see what you're doing. It's awful to do tarping at night, and I've done it before at a place where they loaded me up with drywall. I pulled outside, and it was pitch black, and I don't have my headlamp with me. It's back home in my toolbox. I have a flashlight, but it makes it longer when you're holding a flashlight and trying to bungee at the same time. So I'm grateful that they have this. Saves me from, it'd probably be a little bit quicker if I did it by getting up on top of the load. I don't know if this machine just makes it safer. It doesn't necessarily make it faster, because it doesn't line. Sometimes you can't line these things up perfectly, and you end up having to straighten it out. And we can't get on our loads, but we can, from what I understand, we can get on the deck of our trailer to do what necessary bunging we need to do. But we just can't get on top of the load itself. So that's why we have this machine. And but I bet you I can it would be more accurate and less time consuming if I just did it without the machine. Because when I roll it out, I've got everything lined up as I roll it out, so it tends to fall naturally into place, so I don't have to do a lot of adjustment afterwards. So, all right, we'll see where I'm going to park. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that, because I had further communications with this gentleman that loaded my truck. So I'll just leave it at that.